bad, yeah. I'm just messing with the filter quality. Yeah, I'm taking it off. Normal. Alright, it's normal. Okay, so it went back. My bad. Okay, so welcome to today's live. Today's live is a little bit always different, and each live is always going to be different. Since I've been gone, let me just say this is entertainment purpose only. You're advised. Everyone is welcome, but not my cup of tea will be your cup of tea. Not my downloads or my spiritual gift will be something you will like or whatever. But whatever the case may be, I'm glad you are here. Make sure you always hit the like button and sub if you're new. Must appreciate you. So, since now Donald Trump is back being president, I'm president. I'm like, this shit is just a fucking shit show for America, but something is going to change. He had to be in the good, well, okay, thank you. He had to be the bad guy in order to know how to be good. Now he's choosing different sides, different forces, or this is who he always been underneath the rug, and we just, some of us been blind and misled on some information about Trump. Or let's call him Daddy Trump. Let's call him that, because I give him props for that, for how he just like moves in his timeline. And he does it quickly, like very quickly, and everything that he puts out is a match of his frequency. And he's the only one frequency that is so like massive to like just outside forces, like he can pull them in quickly. So a lot of information, I don't really necessarily know if you've been getting the same type of downloads, but feel free to comment if you do get downloads, if you channel within and channel what's on the outer side of you. So it's going to be some interesting couple of 4 or 5 years in the making of America. Like, this is a brand new shift, and the shift is because of Donald Trump, because of his prophecy. Him, Obama, Hillary Clinton, Kamala, Joe Biden are all reincarnations of their ancestors. Like, they are moving faster than the speed of light, but only Kamal have to go back to the Kamala to be exactly where she needs to be in her timeline, because the reason why she didn't win, she just didn't have the spirit. She wasn't listening to spirit. She's very more so, I don't want to demonize her because everybody's demonized her, but she is somewhat have a dark and feminine energy, let alone the women that behind her was supporting her. Look at the different type of celebrities that was supporting Kamal during this time, because as I look at their energy is very dark, and she's pulling on dark mother energy. It just wasn't time for mother to be just up there yet. Hi, welcome. Sorry, I just now seen your comment. Thank you for commenting. Make sure you hit that like button. I hope you're okay. And I hope you had a good election day. It's so loud. Sorry. Are you in Chicago? No, I'm not in Chicago. I am in New York. I just moved up here recently, in August, because this is my destiny. This is where I saw all my visions happening within my timeline. So, no, I'm not in Chicago. I am in New York. And it's bittersweet being here. And sometimes it's the pain in the ass, but it's way better than my old timeline and my old life that I had. So, yeah, welcome on in. How y'all feeling? 2025 through 2028 is going to be some interesting time. I kept getting like these weird visions of the children who've been missing. I want to say around this year and last year and the years before. I don't know why my spirit decided to connect with their space of their reality, what's going on with them. A lot of them are, let's just say, they're using these children kind of like, how can I put it? It's like the Spy Kids movie, if you ever seen them, or Spy Kids 3. It's what's like happening to them. This is the best way I can explain it, but I know I can explain it a little bit different than what I'm explaining. It's like, yeah, pretty much, yes, they are using parts of them as a ritual for like, nobody really knows for what. We just like see these children being like lined up and being connected to some type of machine. Like these missing children are gonna one day magically appear in this timeline. It's when Trump releases 25 new laws. It's what source kept telling me. He's gonna try to release 25 new laws by, I want to say January 07, January 20th. One of them, I don't know what particular date, but I know that there's going to be a law for women, and not a lot of women is going to be happy about it, but at the same time, this is the balance of the chaos of their order, what they're trying to pick at. They're picking at something, they're poking at something. And when I mean something, I mean something out of its own order that they're all using their own energy, all using their own type of source, all using their own power to create, I don't know, this big thing. And it's very weird. It's very weird how it's all going to play in this timeline. And everything is just going to be rushing in by the time it's January 22nd, January 23rd, and 24th of 2024. This massive shift is going to change because of these children being brought back up to the surface again out of nowhere. Each one of them is going to be found little by little, but something had happened to them before, in the middle, and the after. And in the middle is like the beginning of the process of the ritual that they was doing with these children. One of the children was always talking to me, would always draw me like symbols and images that it can send directly telepathically to my third eye. And it was showing me where they were underneath a city, like when this all took place. They were showing me how they got there, why they're there, and other reasons. So I particularly call him like Jonah, if you know the movie Jonah, because he was just one of the odd little boys, somehow got collect through his parents, really. It was like his parents, what he told me, it was like his parents shipped them off, told him that, oh, he was going to go somewhere else, or like a boarding school or something, or a different school, or go to live with grandma or something. And by the time he reaches his grandmother's house, he was no longer in sight of getting to his grandmother's house. So each time me and Jonah would communicate telepathically, he would. I kept this a secret for a while. There's a reason why. And I mean, you're gonna find out later why I shouldn't say certain things, but I'm trying my best. But at the same time, it's why sugarcoat. It's 2024. Shouldn't y'all be woke now that this shit is real? What we can do with our mind and how we can see things and how we can get images from. Because there was once upon a time that we didn't talk with our mouths, we talked with our mind, and we was able to create anything from the power of our mind. So we should be at that level of stage where we are woke to telepathically, like telepathically or whatever. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like not so cold, but I like the cold because it's like it's resetting my chakras in some type of way. Best way to describe it. Anyway, so yeah. So as Jonah was showing me, I guess like pinpoints map of where he is in his reality, meaning he's in a state of his mindset and also of his location, but that's a lot of force for me to use to like draw that out for him. Maybe I kept telling him, why don't you use the same symbols to get you back home? He told me there is no home. Home is where he is already. And I was like, you're in some type of facility? He's like, yeah, I know. So why don't you try to get out? He said that him and a bunch of others have been trying to escape. And the fact that no matter how hard we try to escape, they will always find us and we will always come back to the facility. So I asked Jonah, do you remember how you got back this time? He said, no, not really. It felt like I'd never left. It felt like I just woke back up from a different dream, from a different realm. And I asked him, do you remember the life you had before? He said, I remember playing with the fire truck. And the fire truck just literally passed right by. He said, I remember playing with the fire truck when I was younger. 13 was the timer. That was just very strange. But okay, Jonah, you're speaking to me spiritually. So, well, actually, he's speaking spiritually through the Matrix by using, like, what's in the Matrix to pull what's from his mind. And you're wondering, how did I discover one of the children that were missing for this ritual? Well, something had to push me into that direction in order for me to get angry enough to be out-of-body experience. In order to be out-of-body experience, you gotta have extreme emotions. So I was about maybe I want to say not that while long ago. I'm 29 now, so maybe 24, 25, or 26. One of them ages. It was like in the middle of my adult years, in my 20s. I'm in the last of my 20s. Anyway, I'm kind of ready for it. And I don't even look like I'm about to be 30, which is weird. I used to like tell people, oh no, I'm ancient, I'm like a vampire, I stay looking young. and they'll get weirded out. But anyway, so it was around that time, like 24 through 27, when I was 27, I kept talking to him, it will be on and off because we will lose connections. Because each time that I would shift in my dimension, he'd shift in another dimension. So it would be hard for me to contact him when he's in different parts of the galaxy of the dimension. We might be here, but we're not really here. We're not really here. And he's shown me like a lot of things that he does in his realm. Like he likes to draw, read, listen to music, and sometime whenever I am on YouTube or whatever listening to music, he finds a way to send messages through the music I'm either listening to or the music that he is listening to. But in order for him to do that, and I'm teaching you the blueprint as well, or showing you, I don't fucking know. He has to attract what he likes about me, and I have to respond to that emotion, to that feeling. And which we had practice on a couple of times here and there. Not everybody can be spiritually connected to one another like that. And so anyway, so he knows that he's in the facility, but he told me he saw like Donald Trump and Obama, Hillary Clinton, and Kamala and Joe Biden all in the center where those children are. And each one of them was like, the adults was lined up in the back, which was the presidents or, you know, vice presidents. And the children was like facing in the front of them. Sorry, it's like mad cold. I'm trying my best not to shiver so much. But like each children they're connected to like on a spiritual level. Like they did things to them in order to be spiritually connected. In order to be spiritually connected to someone, you have to, you know, do some things to one another. It can be provocative or sinister. Well, never mind. Let me not explain what I mean by that. Let me not. And anyway, so each of them chose a certain chosen one who has different types of ability, different gifts. And wow. Okay, I don't know why, but like, okay, Donald Trump, he's spiritually gifted, believe it or not. And his son is spiritually gifted. If Donald Trump wins a third time, gives me like a familiar, eerie vibe. Like he been here before. Like I wouldn't say not a Nephilim, maybe a Draco type of energy. But he been here before, millions of years. Like even Donald Trump, he been here millions of years. They all been reincarnated over and over. They're just fulfilling their prophecy faster than most, or that are already reincarnated. And speaking of reincarnation, a lot of that will start to show up by the year 2025. 2026 is going to be a very weird time. It's only a matter of time till it's 2030. That's when we should really worry for America. 2030. How many of us will be old? How many of us will already like or wise, I should say. We will be wise. I'm not gonna be capping, y'all. We're gonna be wax. And then once we see like these children rising up, right? They're gonna call it supernova babies or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. I don't know why they chose that fucking word, supernova babies. But I was questioning Jonah, like, what makes them supernova? And he said, duh, we're from a different dimension. What do you think? I was like, alright. Which dimension? He goes, all dimensions. But I told him, you know you was made from AI, right? He goes, what? I'm made from AI. He didn't even know that he was connected to a machine in the first place. He didn't even know that he was able to connect himself from other realms outside of himself until they had children. And who's they? The elites. And more of them will rise and more of them will fall. It's just the balance right now. The scale is just like weird as fuck. The scale is very weird. I don't know why the scale is acting like that, but it needs to tip over. Either way, which outcome comes, it's always going to be the same outcome on both sides, no matter what side or scale that they choose to be on. And they're all about to like just switch fucking dimension, and then every religion is about to have some weird ass apocalypse that's about to occur. And the Nephilims are coming back. I mean, like, they're coming back. Like, what I mean by that, they're coming back in their own flesh. They've found out a way how to get back here through a body. And I seen how they got here through a body. It's the same way, but it's different. It's a different back door for them. And more of these eggs, like these black stone eggs that's been auroring, or I don't know, been rising up. Those are for their for their energy to be transmitted back to Earth, into this system. And then those children are also a part of those eggs. If you have not been seeing the black stone eggs, just Google it on TikTok, or Google it on, look it up on TikTok, look it up on YouTube, and Google it or something about black eggs being placed mysteriously. And then there are some people actually recording it, but then most people think it's AI. It's half and half. But of course they're gonna say it's AI, because they don't want you to know the truth. Maybe some of y'all are not ready for the truth. I just know that. So yeah, after like the eggs are surfaced, and then these old giants are coming back into a brand new body. Maybe the ones that they pass down their DNA to will be someone invited to be a participant into the egg to be released. So each egg, each stone, black stone egg, is being placed on each of, like, you know, places in this world, into this dimension. They also have others outside of this dimension ready to hatch. And boy, did I tell you, when I saw into that, when I saw them already getting ready to hatch the egg, And then I saw the children coming from behind, I guess, like, okay, it was a wall. And then this wall was like tree branches, and they just came through the tree branches. Like a big wall. You can't really see what's through it. You can't see what's behind it. You can't see what's under it because it was all attached from the sky to all the way down to the ground. And they came directly out from the bush. And it was about, I guess, the same kids, like maybe more, possibly 12. And each black egg had like 4 or 5 children around it, 3, 2, and so on. And each one of them was hovering around it to activate this particular egg, and inside of this egg was a particular being. And this being knows that it was made from AI. So now you're going to see where this is going to. This is just the next step for the apocalypse to happen. That's going to come up. Don't know whether they're just going to play it inside the subconscious or actually fulfill its prophecy. So, yeah. That's it. That's just part 1 for what I got. So it's crazy what's gonna happen. It's not only that, it's also Elon Musk, Bill Carson, a lot of them prophecies being fulfilled. I'm shivering like crazy. But, you know. And then also our timeline is being shifted, or we're gonna go directly into the shit. It's like you won't even feel it. It's not until after you realize you've been shifted. I was like, oh shit. That's what they're gonna do. It's just gonna be like, oh shit, we done it again. And then now we're gonna figure out like which timeline we are in and which dimension we are in this time. And we won't get lost. But anyway, that's it. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.